meet my bride. Let's go for a ride in my newfangled automobile. Just where we will go, nobody knows, but it's sure a great way to feel. Behind the wheel of the speed meter steel, it's my newfangled automobile. Hello and welcome to Vintage Car History. I'm Wild Bill. And there are people in automotive history that, although they are important, most folks haven't heard of them. Also, there are those in car history that some folks have heard about. And of course, there are those individuals that became so famous that their names are part of global cultural furniture. These are the ones that accomplished things so extraordinary that they changed world history. And today, we're going to look at the early life of one of these giants that we've all heard about, Ferdinand Porsche. Ferdinand was born in 1875 in Maffersdorf, in what was then the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The third of 5 children, his father, Anton, was a business owner, making a decent living for his family through his metal fabrication and plumbing factory. Young Ferdinand thrived in this environment, growing a passion for both mechanical engineering and electricity. He was only 13 when he figured out how to wire his house with electric doorbells, and not too long after put electric lighting in his house as well. Typical super genius growing up. Unlike Tony Stark, Ferdinand did not have huge bags of money backing him up, so he began an apprenticeship in his father's factory as a plumber, which he was good at, but Porsche was really into electricity and what it could do. And once he completed his apprenticeship as a plumber, he ran off to find work as an electrician. It was in 1893 that an 18-year-old Ferdinand Porsche moved to Vienna and began his career at Bella Egger & Company. His first job there was as a maintenance mechanic. But his obvious aptitude towards all things mechanical and electrical led to rapid promotion. He also took a few college courses at this time to sharpen his skills, though he never actually graduated from any university and never received a degree through his studies. Porsche was fascinated by what electricity could actually do and began to invent his own ideas for electrical applications. At his new job, he found opportunities to explore electrical engineering. Moving rapidly through the ranks of promotion, he found himself in charge of the design and manufacture of major projects that came the company's way. By the ripe age of 21, he was already known as a brilliant engineer who could solve difficult problems. 1897 was the year that Porsche changed gears. At that time, Archduke Ferdinand of Austria was quite a car enthusiast and had put his stamp on a new company, Lohner, to develop new technologies in the automotive industry. Young Porsche jumped aboard this company and immediately came up with new ideas for cars that would be revolutionary. Being a lover of electric things, Porsche designed a car for Lohner that was electric, but the motors that powered the wheels were in the wheels themselves. The wheel hub powered car was unique at the time and quite promising. After some tests of his idea, he was given the green light to build cars like nothing ever seen before. The Lohner Porsche was the world's first all-electric front-wheel drive car and was just the beginning. The whole idea of having the motor in the wheel hub was astounding and eliminated the need for such things as transmissions, differentials, and such. The newspapers of Europe were all over this, and his car ideas became the talk of nobles and common folk alike. In 1900, Porsche designed and built a new car, and it was stunning. Still under the auspices of Lohner, his Lohner Porsche Electromobile was, at the time, one of, if not the most technologically advanced cars in the world. It was actually inspired by a Mr. E.W. Hart, who, as a customer of Lohner, requested the car to be designed and built to his specifications. His specifications were quite specific and seemingly impossible, yet Ferdinand Porsche actually met them and did so in record time. This Electromobile was nothing less than the world's first all-wheel drive car. No transmission, no differential. Each wheel was powered by independent motors, which in turn were powered by a huge bank of batteries. This car was meant to be raced. Indeed, he named it La Toujours Contente, meaning always satisfied in French. Yet it was a dig at Camille Janotze's Never Content. And it was raced, though it didn't win, but it was revolutionary and got lots of attention wherever it went. The same year, he built the first true hybrid car, the Gaselectric he called Semper Vivus, Latin for always alive. A gas-powered internal combustion engine generated power to the batteries, which in turn powered the wheel hub motors. And when braking, the wheel motors acted as generators, making this amongst the first cars to have regenerative braking. Unfortunately, there were two issues with Porsche's early cars. They were simply too advanced and too heavy to be put into full production. He left Lohner in 1906 to work with another company making more conventional vehicles, Austro-Daimler. From there, his career would span several more decades, and he would be involved in the design of some of the most famous cars ever made. So obviously, we have more to say in the future about this man. But for now, keep in mind that when you think of Porsche, before turning to a 911, think about Tesla. For Porsche did what Elon Musk is now trying to do some 70 years before Musk was even born. Thanks for watching Vintage Car History, and we'll see you next week. Peace.